Hello mga mamshi!
Welcome to our podcast,
Caffeinated Motherhood.
Hello mga daddies!
Welcome to our podcast.
Caffeinated Fatherhood!
Okay. Cheers! For today's podcast, we have our husbands. Magpakilala kayo.
Our first special guest in our podcast.
Yeah, first special guest namin.
Hi everyone, my name is Franz.
Napakapamal naman.
Ang asawa ni Cherry.
Yawn.
Yo, what's up? My name is TJ. The boyfriend and ex-boyfriend, husband of AJ.
Everyone's just looking sa baba kasi meron kaming iPad dito sa baba.
Yeah, meron kaming iPad pero ayun.
Okay, what is our...
Topic.
No, what are we drinking today?
Oh, today, coconut water na lang ako kasi
And I have pineapple.
same day filming kasi kami, guys.
Yes.
And you guys? Anyways, today's topic, mas naisip namin na dali ng aming mga husband kasi nga,
Wait, let's see here.
sa birth, like pregnancy experience and stuff, para makita yung perspective nila. And, yeah.
So, our first part of our podcast, we're gonna interview them. Yung perspective nila nung
Bundes?
reaction while in labor at saka ano yung mga thoughts nyo after the delivery. Who will go first?
Kuya Franz muna.
Ano yung reaction mo nung labor at saka yung thoughts mo after?
Babe, doon ka titingin.
Yung, syempre, pag as a first dad, like, hindi mo alam kung ano yung nararamdaman ng asawa mo, kung lalabas na ba, like, hindi mo alam kung ano yung expect mo.
Yeah.
Pero, parang go with the flow na rin. Like, ask mo yung partner mo kung ano yung maitutulong mo sa kanya habang nag-struggle or...
Nung nasa labor ako, anong naramdaman mo nung nasa labor ako? Nung nanganganak?
Ang tagal eh. so parang ang sa akin, dati talaga ang gusto ko is to have like 5 kids.
Oh my God.
Tapos nung nakita ko kung paano lumabas si Xavier, sabi ko sa kanya, ikaw na bahala kung ilan gusto mo.
Naawa siya.
Naawa ko.
So, doon na yung parang bumaba yung number na gusto mo.
To be honest, tumaas yung, to be honest, mas tumaas yung respect ko sa kanya nung nilabas niya si Xavier. Nung nakita ko paano.
Hindi ka.
Ha?
Ganan mo kasi ang inalayo mo yung mic eh.
It's okay.
And
TJ?
TJ?
Ikaw, Tej, anong naramdaman mo?
Feel for what?
I'm not
The whole thing?
Hindi, like, yeah, yung
Sa labor, habang lumalabas.
I think I was pretty much prepared. I'll give the credit to AJ because we took a prenatal class
Ay, oo nga, yun yung
where
difference
we
niya.
went to just learn what to do when
Yeah.
she's feeling this, active labor, litmus something, I don't even know, all
On
the
the
different
scale of-
tests.
Parang scale of ganito, anong pain level, parang ganun.
Yep, so it was pretty good. Did the right massages, but overall, once they actually came out, I was like, fuck, this is it, this is happening. But I feel like the course definitely prepared me. But it's still nerve-wracking for sure.
Kasi sabi sa inyo guys kami go with the flow, sila talagang
Kami very
ready.
prepared kami.
Oo. And nung after naming manganak, paano nyo hinandle? Ano yung mga challenges na naaalala nyo for, like, pinaka-challenge nyo ng pagkatapos nga namin manganak? Ano ba yun? Umikot lang yung question ko.
Oh, gets mo ba yung tanong?
Yeah.
Englishin ko ba? Oh, si Tej ulit.
What was the challenges? Like, recovering siya, right? So, yung mga stitches and stuff, and then taking care of the newborn, and then her feelings, mga ganyan. Paano mo siya hinandle?
As a man, I think you just need to let your pride down, to be honest, and just be vulnerable because she literally pushed out a baby out for you, and you did nothing except massage her or squeeze her hips or something like that. So, let her sleep because you literally are tired too, but just she's even more tired.
Wow.
So just use this time to not take care of just the baby, but to take care of your wife as well. So that part, I was like, okay, let me just take over here for a second. Let me take care of the baby and you, let you sleep. And yeah, it was just putting my pride down. I'm like, I'm fucking tired, man. But I need to do this for my family.
Yeah. As in, talagang guys, nung first 2 weeks, kasi parang kasama ko nga siya 24/7 talaga. Alam mo yung feeling na parang kami, yung meron kaming quiet time yata na kami lang dalawa. Tapos parang yung grateful, ganyan. Sabi ko sa kanya, grateful ako kasi kahit after mo mag-work, ganyan, pag binibigay ko sa'yo si baby, hindi ka nagko-complain na, syempre nag-work din siya, pero wala akong naririnig na complain na, I'm tired, ganyan. Hindi ko siya naringgan na tired siya, which I appreciate.
Okay.
Ikaw, Kuya Franz?
Sa akin, halos sinagot na ni TJ lahat eh. Tama nga yun, yung parang nakita mong nailabas yung bata. So, kailangan mo mag-step up as a man na parang, ikaw na yung bahala muna sa lahat, hayaan mo muna mag-heal siya. Like, tama nga, alagaan mo muna yung bata, saka si Cheche, next ka na. Like, sila muna bago ikaw. Ang nahirapan ako doon din is mostly the sleep. Like, parang hindi ka makapagpahinga. Pero, yeah, kailangan mo sila assist muna bago ikaw.
Yeah, malaki actually yung step up ng partners namin after delivering. Kasi parang,
Hindi ka makakilos eh.
Oo, hindi ka makakilos din eh. Parang, pag wala din sila, actually, is like, napakahirap. So, for the first few weeks ng giving birth, it is important that you have your partner with you after delivering kasi it really helps your mental health as well. At saka, I guess yung pagtitake ng emotions namin over their emotions, they set aside yung sarili nilang nararamdaman para sa amin or para sa atin, right? Which is A+ para sa mga partners, di ba?
Lalo na yung kay Cheche is like, yung punit is crazy.
Mapunet. Punet na punet.
No, like, talagang malapit na sa
puwet, no? Yeah.
which is hindi niya alam. Lalo na isa pa pala na nabilib ako dito na alam ko lalong kailangan mag-step up is hindi siya nag-take any medicine. So alam kong sobrang painful. Tapos makikita mo yung ganito niya as in nangitim talaga. Sobrang hirap na hirap siya.
Hirap kasi.
Hirap, yeah. Paras wala tayong unmedicated. Si Tej, nung labor, anong pinakamahirap for you? Considering na tayo lang dalawa.
Yeah, if you're gonna give birth, make sure there's more than just your husband there. Because honestly, I was asking AJ for help. I was like, why did you just get me? Do you want to get someone else so I can rest?
Siguro guys, mga kasagsagan kami ng active labor. Sabi niya sa akin, do you want me to call someone else? Kasi pagod na siya. Kasi nga, parang wala na din siya sa sarili niyang, kasi, ikaw kasama mo si Cheska,
you know what?
diba?
I can relate nga.
Yeah.
Kasi kung wala si Cheska, diba? You would have like, magpapadala ka sa emotion ko na parang hirap na si Cheska. Bigyan nyo na yan ng kahit ano. As in, I feel ko, knowing him, if force niya ako na parang, maganya ka na. Pero with the help nga ng someone, our in-law, talagang na-push ko yung journey yun na parang hindi na ako mag-medicate.
Actually, nagka-diploma ako ng massage therapist doon.
Were you keep massaging, AJ
I was doing everything.
Nangalay ka ba?
Oh, 100%. I was there physically. I was there mentally. I was left and right.
Oh, naman. Very,
The midwife was not that much help. The nurse was help a lot, but the midwife we had was basically just there for verbal support.
Para makipagkwentuhan kay TJ. Alam nyo ba, di ba nasa gitna ng labor, talagang nagko-contraction ako si TJ, ito yung midwife ko. Naku, yung nagko-contract, ganun ako, sabi ni TJ, where did your children go for high school? Oh my God! God! Sabi ko, oh my God, tangina, can everyone just shut up? Let me focus.
Ang gusto ko doon, nagko-contract ka na, may casual conversation pa si TJ na in the middle of your...
At least advance mag-isip kung saan niya dadalhin yung anak niyo sa high school.
You know, I need to keep my mind off things too, you know? How was your day today? How many birds have you gone through today? Just
Ganun
kidding.
talaga yung conversation nila. Like, sobrang casual.
Like, napaka-different naman nung sa amin.
Yung nurse naman yung sa amin na...
naman, support.
Hindi lahat. No, meron ding wala ring... Buti na lang nandun si Cheska na parang siya yung nag-a-assist.
Ako naman, naghihirap ako, pero mas naawa ako kasi nakaawa na yung itsura ni Franz kasi nakikita niya ako naawa. So, parang yun yung effect sa akin.
Sa akin, wala. Hindi pumasok sa isip ko. Nakawawa naman si TJ. Walang ganon. Until, ako na yung naging ganon nung nanganganak si Pamela. Sabi, alam mo yung hopeless, like, hindi, like, helpless pala yung, helpless ka kasi, alam mo yung sakit. Tapos nasabi ni Pamela, ate, sunod-sunod yung, ate, bakit ang sakit? Sunod-sunod yung
sabi mo?
Sabi ko, masakit talaga yan. Tapos yung feeling ko na, oh my God, ganito pala yung na-feel ni Tej nung ako yung nanganganak. Sobrang
so now you
helpless
get
ng
it.
feeling. Doon ko na-gets. Pero nung during, wala akong pake masyado.
I wish you.
Nag-gets mo na kung bakit parang helpless pero nagtatanong pa rin kung saan nagpunta. Anong school?
What's our next? Ito. Our next.
Wait. Papatay ko yung fan kasi nagbabago.
That's funny, TJ.
Okay.
Parang nasa isip ko, typical TJ.
I know. That's so TJ. Kung kilala niyo si TJ, TJ's like that. Pero ko ganon. Kung kunwento yun ni AJ, parang si TJ would do that. Parang gaganunin ka.
How's your day going, man?
Okay, what's the most unexpected part of being a parent that no one tells you about? So, yung parang biggest surprise for both of you when you become parents, in other words. Actually, ito, pang both na to kasi na-interview na natin yung side nila. So, like, we can share whatever we... Ano ba yung biggest surprise? Ako, yung biggest surprise that no one tells us about parenthood is yung pag-grow namin, yung growth namin sa isa't isa. So, hindi ko alam na mag-grow pa pala siya ng even way, even more. And mas natutunan namin yung pagiging patient sa isa't isa. So, like, mas humaba yung pasensya namin. Kasi, parang pag naman pumasok sa parenthood, wala namang mag-a-advise sa'yo na parang, advice lagi sa'yo, kuha ka ng maraming sleep. Kuha ka ng, ganito, pag-alagaan yung bata. Wala yung sasabihin sa'yo emotionally, yung mararamdaman mo. Mm-hmm. So, like, yung sa akin, nung nakita ko yung question na ganun, sabi ko, I think like, it's yung patience, yung growth namin, yung bond namin, naging stronger. And then, yung support. Hindi ko alam kung sasabihin ko Tagalog o English eh. Support. Yung support namin sa isa't isa is like parang mas nag-step up talaga. Nasabi ko, shit, talagang kami mag-asawa na. Yung feel ko talagang mag-asawa na kami. Kasi tag team talaga. So, yun yung
actually,
sa akin.
Simula, yun nga, naging parang automatic, kahit di mo na kailangan sabihin sa isa't isa, alam nyo na sa isa't isa kung ano kailangan nyong gawin para makahelp sa isa't isa.
Yeah.
Ganun ang naging automatic.
The silent tag team.
Like hindi nyo na kailangan pag-usapan. Like parang automatic talaga eh.
Mm-mm. Yun yung nakita.
Ang laking, nakaka-mature. Ganun.
Yeah.
Nakaka-jump no? Mm-mm. Ako, siguro hindi ako na-prepared sa resentment. Walang nakapagsabi sa akin na, mahihate mo husband. Parang ganun. Like, parang hindi ko naman hate si TJ, pero yung going through it, especially sa newborn phase, parang lalo nung bumalik na siya sa work, tapos ang sarap-sarap ng tulog niya, tapos ikaw parang di ka makatulog. Tapos ang shift niya sa baby is like from 6 to 12 lang. Alam mo yun, like parang hindi na wawala sa akin na mag-compare na bakit parang mas madami akong ginagawa sa sa anak ko. Parang hindi ako naging prepared na ako lang pala lahat ng Kasi sa akin dumedede, sa akin ganyan. Pero like hindi ko na prepare na dadating pala yung point na magkakaroon ako ng resentment kay TJ na bakit ba ako nag-anak? Parang
like,
ganun. Parang yun yung pinakang ano na hindi ako talaga ready sa feeling na yun. Kasi syempre, ayaw mo namang ma-feel yun. Pero yun yung emotions
dumating.
na laging nagka-come up. Especially sa newborn phase nun. So, di ako masyado na-prepared.
Wow. You hate me, huh? That's what it is, basically. To sum it up, she hated me for a few months.
Dito mula sa podcast na rin.
I just found out now.
Kasi pangit ng ano mo, babe. Bakit ka ba nakaganyan? Ikaw?
Challenges or realization?
Hindi.
Ano ka ba?
Hindi ka ba nakikinig?
Sa sobrang naging sinabing hate daw siya. Nakalimutan.
I was like, what?
No,
Hindi mo in-expect about parenthood.
Yeah, ano yung hindi mo in-expect that no one tells you about parenthood? Na nangyari sa'yo,
I feel like
experience
I
mo.
research a lot of stuff, to be honest. But
Most of it you were
one
ready.
thing I didn't expect is really just understanding what a baby is, meaning they don't know anything.
That's a good
I thought babies knew everything right away. Oh, I have hands, I have legs, I have anything like that. So in the few stages of the next few weeks, AJ's telling me, oh, she's realizing she has hands now. She's starting to realize that she's a person. She's not part of her. I'm like, oh, I thought babies just knew already all this stuff, and just eventually they just build up on that knowledge. But that's what I'm realizing now.
Hindi mo na-expect na
That's the same too na sinabi sa akin ni friends actually.
Nakalimutan ko sabihin this time. But yeah, totoo yan. Yung challenging dun yung kailangan mo intindihin kung ano yung nararamdaman ng asawa at bata. Like, lalo na yung bata hindi nagsasalita. So, parang lahat bago. Hindi mo alam kung ba't umiiyak, ano kailangan. Ayun yung isa. Oh.
Lagi pang sasabihin ni TJ pag umiiyak si Avery, what's that cry? What type of cry is that? Ganon.
Oo. Eto pa, nagre-research kung ano yung, halimbawa may nakita sa Reels, ano sa akin, i-share niya sa akin. Ito pala yung sound na umiiyak ng
Gas.
gutom, ganyan. So parang nag-own research din sila.
Yeah. Si DJ ma-research siya eh.
So, basically, ang mangyayari dun is like parang kakapain mo kung ano yung need ng bata sa kahit anong iyak. Like, mahirap din, pero once na nalaman mo, tuloy-tuloy na yun.
Ang galing no? Kasi nakikilala mo talaga sila na, ito kailangan niya this time. Ito kailangan niya this time.
Galing
A lot of problem solving, because in the beginning too, I'm like, okay, do we just rock her to sleep to go to bed, or do I just do this? What does she need?
Do you always ask AJ questions like most of the time during early days?
I did, yeah. And then she tells me some stuff, of course, with her kind of being frustrated with a lot of the things that she tells me these days.
Laging pagalit.
Yeah, so I have to learn and stick to what she actually says.
But you share naman your thoughts and stuff na what you know.
Yeah, no, it's different too, because you see things online that'll work for people, but having a baby really is problem solving, because everybody's going to be different.
Yeah, that is true. So, between like between all those na parang 'di ba nag-uusap kayo like communication. Yung next topic natin is like paano na balance yung what do you call that? Yung connection nyo within those few weeks, yung kung paano nag-change, and like yung intimacy nyo, ganyan.
Intimacy.
Intimacy, hold on. Intimacy? I think she's actually become a nun. None yesterday, none tonight, none tomorrow. But I think she's a nun now for a past few months. I might become a priest.
Talaga kasi hindi niya ako magalaw. Parang talaga naging virgin ulit.
So,
wala kami intimacy. Actually, nagsistruggle pa din ako sa intimacy part kasi nga, nafe-feel bad ako kay Tej. Kasi syempre, may needs siya. Pero ako talaga, walang-wala talaga akong
kasi
gana.
mahirap busy and stuff like
Kasi
that.
alam mo yung pagod ka 24/7, sinishare mo yung katawan mo 24/7, mental load, pagod ka. Tapos sa gabi, babe, can I have just one please? Gaganon. Syempre, nafe-feel bad ka, pero ako talagang no.
None
None talaga.
at saka none.
Yeah.
I feel like ako, ang takeover ko dyan kay intimacy na yan is like, sa akin, hindi siya nag-disappear. Nag-shift lang siya to like physical things lang. Yung mga little things, ay yung mga, ang naiisip ko.
Ganun?
Oo, yung mga little things.
Minsan pa, sabi ni TJ, can we make out?
I don't say that. You're making things
You
up.
do? What do you mean you don't say that? You would say, can we at least just make out? Tapos sasabihin, tapos magme-make out kami saglit. Tapos hindi ako makahinga. Parang nakalimutan ko na kung paano makipag-kiss. Anyways.
Parang double meaning.
Ayun nga, yun sa akin, yung intimacy, it didn't disappear, it just shifted. Feeling ko for me, like yung little things lang yung nangyari sa amin. So like yung a kiss or hug sa umaga, like ganun na lang, like binibigyan niya ako ng breakfast sa morning, tapos like at the end of the night, say goodnight, and then nag I love you, mga ganyan-ganyan. Kasi napaka busy na kasi, and like with him working, tapos ako like parang kay Zizi, pinapatulog ko, magpapump ako, so parang those little things na napansin ko lang na nag-change is mas lalo mo siyang ina-appreciate, yung mga konting galaw lang yun. Not like before na parang yung intimacy is a different meaning na sa akin yung ganun eh. Pero right now, nag-iba siya na intimacy could be the little things din pala. Parang ganun for me.
Sabihin ko lang doon, thank you.
Baliw. Ano sa'yo?
Nandin kasi siya.
Like how did we balance
Sinagot
yung
mo na
connection?
lahat eh.
No, how about the connection nating dalawa and how to balance all the responsibility?
Okay, sa amin is like, limbawa may pinapakain niya. Ako na bahala yung maghuhugas, maglilinis kay Xavier, mga ganung bagay.
I think kapaan kami.
Kapaan. Like parang walang lamangan. Kung baga dapat talaga balance. Parang automatic na sa amin kasi yun eh. Walang, katulad niya, kung lalabas siya, okay lang. Pag ako lalabas, wala rin okay lang. Lahat talaga balance eh. Hindi pwedeng walang lamangan ba.
Like parang din, halimbawa, alam kong naghugas siya ng bote dito and stuff like that. Kailangan may gagawin ako na parang, okay, nahugasan niya na to, ako naman yung gagawa nito. Minsan kasi, alam mo ba, minsan ang galing din kasi parang, kasi kilala mo na siya. Alam mo na yung galawan yung dalawa eh. Parang, for me and friends, parang sabi ko, na-amaze ako minsan na nagsi-step up siya to do this kasi ginawa ko na to. But I didn't have to say anything. Alam niya na kailangan niyang gawin yun. Sabi ko, di ko to sinasabi sa kanya ngayon lang. Pero yun lang yung parang, wow, magic. Nag-iba yung perspective niya talaga sa mga ganong bagay.
Kasi iba yung feeling kapag, kunyari, gigising ka sa umaga, tas ang linis ng kitchen, hugas na yung mga bote, pamparts mo, iba yung feeling, ibang klaseng love yung nafe-feel mo eh, pag ganun.
Oo. Ganon mag-balance. I think talaga, kusang dumarating yung balance. Walang actual advice for it. I think communication is the key for the balance.
Anong maambag mo sa balance?
It's definitely a different scenario because there's nothing to wash for bottles.
None
She's
today.
doing.
None tomorrow.
Yep. Maybe she doesn't become a nun. Just kidding.
Merong inspiration.
But I don't know. There's not too many things to wash because she's breastfeeding most of the time. So she's always with
like
the baby.
going out. How about going out?
Going out?
Yeah. Or not in
I mean,
general
we don't
going out.
really-
Like parang how do you guys balance your relationship and then to keep that na kayo mag-asawa pa. Hindi lang sa may baby kayo. Parang
No, it's good. If she wants to go, for example, go play badminton or watch the baby, one thing I learned about that is don't bug her if she goes out. Because
daw.
that's in the beginning. I was like, when are you coming home? So I can get a ballpark of when to keep her to not crying.
Feeling ko yung side ni AJ is like, ngayon lang ako nakakalabas, bakit tatanong niyo pa ako kung anong oras uwi?
Yeah.
Yan yung thinking.
But for me, I'm like, how long should I keep this girl not to cry? Because it's tough. I can't just really give her a bottle. Sometimes she takes it, sometimes sometimes she doesn't, but it's a little bit of a mix. But of course, you learn as you go with that parenting. I learned to not ask when are you coming home or give her a call while she's crying. Sometimes I do, but again, it's a work in progress. And then when she lets me go out with friends, she does text me still, but it's a work in progress.
So, in other words, nagle-learn kayo talaga everyday then?
Hindi pa siya pulido, kumbaga. Like, we've been parents for 5 months.
Hoy, wag kayo dito tumingin. Ang
Hindi
pangit
ako
natin
tumitingin,
doon.
doon ako lagi tumitingin. Parang we've been parents for 5 months, so hindi pa siya talaga pulido na alam na namin ang gagawin namin sa certain situations, ganyan-ganyan. Communication-wise, talagang struggle kasi before pa naman kami magka-baby, struggle na talaga ako mag-communicate ng needs ko, kumbaga. So, lagi akong pagalit kay TJ. Magsabi ng mga kailangan ko. Hindi ako marunong talaga makipag-communicate. O, ba't ka nangingiti? Parang meron kang sasabihin.
So Besh, ibig sabihin yan, hindi ka naging, like, after giving birth, hanggang ngayon, hindi ka pa rin vocal sa emotions
Hindi.
mo? Oh, really?
Hindi. Kasi ako parang nagsha-shutdown ako.
Oo.
Ganun.
Bakit?
Yun yung emo ako.
Kasi ako, like, to compare lang, sa akin, ako naman maging baliktad. Naging mas more on vocal.
Very vocal.
Maging vocal ako. Yun yung sabi ko, holy crap, like, I feel so, like, lahat ng raw talaga na, like, feel ko mas more kung binigay lahat yung self ko kay Franz, yung talagang buong pagkatao. Kasi dati, I can handle it, like, okay, I'm gonna, Pero ngayon, mas more on sinasabi ko na talaga lahat sa kanya para maintindihan niya kung bakit ganito yung nararamdaman ko. Parang ganon. So, hindi talaga.
Pero ko yun talagang work in progress ako sa. Kasi nagsha-shutdown talaga ako. Kumbaga, hindi ako ma-confront.
Okay.
Iko-confront ko lang siya kapag sobra na akong gigil. So, nagiging heated argument na kami. Kasi nga...
But you want to work on that?
Oo, syempre. Kasi ayoko din
I
naman...
I cannot know that.
Nagsha-shutdown ako. Like, hindi ko siya talaga... Silent treatment ang binibigay ko sa kanya. Hindi ako marunong.
Very different pala, no?
Very tough to get a silent treatment because a lot of people say don't go to sleep with a bad night. But I just gotta give her that space.
Yeah.
Because if I
Well,
keep...
lahat naman talaga iba eh. Like, parang it's all like different naman talaga lahat ng tao. I mean, it
Yeah.
shows right now kung gaano ka-different yung our side and you guys' side. So, hindi naman pwedeng i-compare yun.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different because I like to talk. And like, let's talk about this now. Let's do all these things. Let's just get your emotions out. But she's like, shh, don't talk to me.
Mas agree
You're
ako
gonna
kay
make me more
TJ
mad.
doon. Mas gusto kong ayusin na ngayon kahit pangit pa yung situation. Ayusin na para maging better. Kaso, pag tumagal yun, may chance na mas lumaki pa dahil pag hindi nyo pinag-usapan, mag-a-add lang na mag-a-add.
Kasi nagbi-build up siya na ganito lang. Tapos naging topic na din from last week. Tapos from last week. So nagbi-build up.
So, ang masama pa minsan doon, pag nagkasabay kayo, ayun ang masama.
Yeah, definitely something to work on because it just gets pushed aside. But again, at that moment, it's okay to just, you know what, I'm going to sleep in the other room. And then in the morning, I just make her laugh. And then that's it. But we also discussed it a little bit from here and there. Be like, hey, we were like this yesterday. Why? That's a time where she maybe sometimes opens up. But
Iiyak lang ako.
yeah, she just cries and like, okay.
Pero buti na iintindihan. Yung important doon is iniintindi mo muna siya bago, like parang hindi ka yung parang iniisip mo yung sarili mo na I want this way, bakit hindi ka ganito? Yung pinipilit siya, you give her time, I guess, yung ganun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tsaka, communication-wise, para kasing inaaral ko kung paano ko sasabihin yung feelings ko. Kasi, sabi, pag nagte-therapy ako, parang sinasabi, kapag daw sinabi mo na, you did this to me, you made me feel like this, parang pinupunta mo yung blame sa partner mo. So, kapag sasabihin ko sa kanya, I didn't appreciate the way ganto ganyan, I didn't like that, laging ako, para alam niya na ako yun, hindi niya fault. Parang ganun. Parang nilalagay ko sa akin yung sarili kong emosyon. Hindi dahil sa kanya ba? Parang ganun. Pero mahirap eh. For me, mahirap.
Yeah. Next one is like yung priorities and values. So how
Amen.
did parenthood change regarding that topic?
Ikaw. Priorities and values.
Yeah, my priorities has definitely shifted to providing the best for the family rather than just myself. I guess that really comes to just marriage as well, but bringing a kid brings it a little bit more as a family to yourself, to kind of providing them with.
Kapag yung essay mo 1,000 words.
Hold on, come back to me. I lost my thought.
Okay, friends,
Kala
ikaw.
nyo, madaling mag-podcast, ha?
Okay, I'll go. Ang pinaka-priority namin ngayon is maging healthy si Xavier, na lumaki ng tama at walang sakit. And isa sa akin na parang tinanggal ko sa aking buhay is vaping.
Yeah, so yun. Dun siguro yung
Yeah.
answer mo with changing your priorities and values. Kasi ngayon, may inaalagaan na tayo eh.
Yes.
Oo nga, no, nag-vape ka nga pala dati.
Yeah, tinanggal ko na yung vaping para kay Cheche and Xavier.
So, ibig sabihin nun, you did that because...
Para sa inyo. Na parang, na parang hindi na makita or maabutan ni Xavier na nagaganon ako. Sa para mas maabutan ko si Xavier na hanggang 100 years old ako.
Taray, hanggang 100.
Ikaw, TJ, babalik mo ba yung sinasabi mong...
Yeah, it definitely left my mind, so I'm gonna leave it. But yeah, values.
Wala din siya maisip.
So ako I think yung values and priorities ko, ang nag-change ng parenthood, yung parang hindi ko na minamadali lahat. Yung alam kong makaka-wait, it can wait. Kasi more on ako like parang kailangan kong gawin kagad to, and like parang kailangan mo nang gawin lahat ng mga, halimbawa, ayusin tong mga gamit nito or ganyan bago ako mag-move sa lahat. Like, it can, the urgent things is, parang learn ko na i-hold back muna and more on maging present kay Zizi. Parang ganon. And also, yung mga late night outs, yung, more on sarili, hindi na yung sarili yung iniisip mo. Kailangan na as a whole. So, kailangan mong isipin na may inaalagaan ka na. Kailangan mo nang i-include siya sa mga decisions mo sa buhay mo. Kasi, hello, mommy ka na and stuff. And then, ayun yung naging nag-change sa akin sa buhay ko.
Ang weird nga mga 10 o'clock sleepy na kami.
Yun, yung mga ganon.
Kami din. By like 8, 9, nasa bed na kami usually. Kasi bedtime ni Avery. Mga ganong oras. Ako din.
Diba? Parang ganon.
Puro ganyan din ako ngayon. Tsaka diba, kunyari may party ng 7 p.m., hindi na ako pumupunta kasi isang oras na lang matutulog na yung anak ko. So, kumbaga, alam ko naman din na kailangan mahanap ko yung balance na hindi laging schedule ni Avery yung susundin namin. Pero, gusto ko Yun yung gusto ko Kumbaga, parang sa akin, yun na mas mahalaga right now is magkaroon siya ng routine na ganong time natutulog na siya, ganyan-ganyan. Yung mga parties naman, hindi naman mauubusan ng parties. And I think ang pinaka-biggest shift ko sa value is family comes first rather than friends. Kasi growing up, lagi akong friends talaga. Pero ngayon, kunyari gustong makipag-hangout ng kapatid ko or gustong, gusto makipag-hangout ng kapatid ko tapos may iba pang lakad, mas pipiliin ko yung hangout ng kapatid ko. Parang ganun.
Totoo yun.
Although si TJ lagi sinasabi niya, kailangan may balance ka din ng ganto-ganyan kasi nga, effort, ang friendship, diba, is effort. Sabi niya, if gusto mong effortan ka ng friends mo, mag-effort ka din sa friends mo. I think nasa stage ako ngayon na kung hindi ako effortan ng friends ko, okay lang. E di, wala nang kung hindi nila na nandito ako sa stage ngayon na pamilya lang yung nasa utak ko, then, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, yung true friends naman
True friends will stick, diba?
Yeah, kahit matagal na kayo hindi nagkikita or nag-uusap, once na magsama kayo, parang wala naman, parang ganun pa rin.
Yeah.
And yan na si TJ pala sa value niya, Value Village.
Value Village.
Value Village. Yeah, just leaning more towards the friends. As for me, I like hanging out with my friends all the time. So the biggest priority change is at least prioritizing my wife and my kid. Meaning, my friends love to hang out late nights, and I love to hang out with them really late as well because it's such a fun time. Even if I haven't been with them a lot of times lately, it just nothing changes. But my priority is when I tell them if I'm staying late is that my wife's home alone with the baby. I gotta go home, and I got a kid now, so my priorities definitely shifted to providing for my family rather than providing for my own kind of time with my friends, which it's still there, but it's more leaning more towards the family itself. Now, as for the values, all of it is going to really come down to the family, but shifted in a way where it's not just yourself that'll have time with your family that you're trying to build on, but shifting to more of having your kid to have that bond with your parents, like the lolo lola bond or the tita tito bond, having that time to actually have that together rather than yourself or your wife building that bond. It's going to be more of that with your kid.
Yeah. So,
Bam.
including, parang ini-include mo na yung kid mo.
To your lifestyle?
Hindi, like parang ano mo na yung, magkaroon siya ng relationship with auntie.
Yeah. True.
With grandparents, yung ganun. Yeah. Important yun talaga.
True. Paano pag, what about like talking about the financial adjustments? Sa inyo, it's different kasi alam ko ako like hands down kasi ngayon wala pa kaming bahay. So, I don't know how you guys do it. Pero syempre sa amin, I take it like parang, easy pa to. Kasi alam ko mas mahirap pag may bahay. Kasi kami, we had to only cut down like all our yung wants. Diba? And like yung mga essentials lang yung kailangan. So, pinag-usapan namin ni friends yun about like budgeting-ish. Pero alam ko na pag may bahay talagang kailangan strict Kasi for now, hindi pa namin makita yung sarili namin strict kami sa budget namin More on parang nagfi-freestyle pa kami ng konti sa mga budget na yan. Kasi ang kakat down lang namin is like yung mga eating out,
New clothes.
Yung new clothes actually is the biggest. Yung new clothes, we barely shop actually than compared last year.
Yeah.
Pero pag, 'di ba, pag may bahay, ang dami yung iisipin kasi ang daming mga bills and stuff. So, paano nyo tinawid yun, yung financial adjustment nyo? How did you guys made it work?
I mean, before we got married, we were pretty good. Or I was pretty good at maintaining finances and giving advice to AJ. But honestly, after getting married and getting a house, I've given her that kind of freedom to do it itself. What that means is she does track a lot of the budgeting on an Excel sheet. I'll just have the correct formulas so she can just plug in on what the fixed expenses are, what are some variable expenses. So it's pretty strict on what we're spending for the house, just so we know how much we could spend on eating out, how much we could spend on the kid, how much can go to debt, and just focus more on that. But again, finances can go in different ways where you could just focus more on paying off some debts for a few months and then enjoy after. But it's all about having that hardship in the middle for a little bit of a short time so that you could have a better long term for your finances.
So, what is your number one tip for them to like balance, I guess, when they have a house? And the kid to take care of and
live within your means.
Yeah.
Talagang ayun, kasi even for us, syempre madami kang credit card na matataas yung limit, diba? Madaling mag-spend talaga. Pero like, kapag may bahay na kasi, ang daing extra pa na hindi mo, kunyari maintenance, biglang, tingnan mo kami ni Tej, biglang na kailangan namin magpalit ng stove, kailangan namin magpalit ng ganito.
Tsaka mga unexpected,
madaming gumaganon. So, like, ang pinakamahirap for me is yung i-balance yung having fun while may property ka. Kasi mahirap siya, especially if sakto lang. 'di ba pag yung mat leave ko right now is nagko-cover lang siya, mortgage lang namin. So, kung si Tej, kung hindi siya makakahit ng target, kailangan niya masahe. Sinasabi ko sa kanya, we need about this much. Kasi kung wala tayong pera for savings, wala tayong pera for ganito. So, either live within your means para hindi kayo like paycheck to paycheck, or ano mo yung sahod mo talaga. Maghanap ka talaga ng either magka-cut down ka ng unnecessary expenses, which for us is like eating out. Hindi naman talaga kami mabili na ng mga damit-damit.
Yeah, before.
Ever since, diba? So, hindi namin problema yun. More on ano kami ngayon, parang staying within dun sa budget. Kunyari, grocery, 300 lang. So, ako, ang role ko is, titingnan ko, Tej, 100 na lang. Tej, 50 na lang. Parang ganun.
Same din kami ni friends like, ino-overview ko sa kanya. Kasi, mostly naman tayo ang nag-handle ng money, right? Diba? So, like, ino-overview ko sa kanya, okay, be, ganito lang kailangan natin, ganitong babayaran natin. Hindi pwede tayong magsobrang mag-shop dito o mag-eat out or whatsoever. Pero, ang kinaibahan lang is, like, meron kaming more freedom. Like, yung more risk,
kung saan
I guess.
ilalagay yung pera nyo.
Yung more risk to, like, okay, ano naman kung mag-eat out tayo ng gantong kalaki? Like, para ano? Kasi wala pa kaming iniisip na bahay, bigger responsibility yung sa inyo. So, parang yung atake namin sa financial adjustment is like more, nasa middle lang kami, which is compared to you guys, na talagang strict mode talaga.
Mode talaga.
Balance and freedom. So, parang gitna.
Yeah.
Nasa gitna pa kami. But, tama yung sinabi mo na parang the Excel sheets and stuff will actually work in budgeting. Kasi, it's hard. Like, iniisip
So
ko pa
hard.
lang. Grabe.
Alam mo, it gives me so much anxiety din kapag time ng mag-list ng expenses. Kasi nililist ko talaga lahat ng gastos namin from bank accounts. Tapos minsan makikita ko 600, 700 kami per month sa eating out. Tapos iisipin mo parang, saan pwedeng makapunta yung eating out? Syempre gusto din kasi namin mag-travel.
Yeah.
So, ayun pa, andain kailangang minsan napapasabi ako kay Tej, paano kaya kung wala tayong bahay? Di sana mas madami kaming nagagawa, mas madami ka nang pupuntahan. Pero lagi niya akong kina-counter na at least may bahay na tayo. Like, hindi, less things na siya to worry about. Kasi parang, mas okay, if mag-start ka ng family, mas okay nang meron kayong sariling place para lumaki si baby na, syempre, rules mo, kung anong gusto mo sa bahay. And then, kasi sponge sila eh. So, lahat ng gagawin mo sa household, sa ganyan, matitake nila yon. So, mas madali sa kanilang maaralan ng mga bagay-bagay. Pwera sa, kunyari, nasa mami ko, pa kami. So, paglalaki si Avery na ganito ginagawa ni Lola, tas ganito si mami, alam mo yun, like parang magkakaroon siya ng ano. So, mas okay na ng may place na din na before mag-grow up si baby. Parang mas madali. For me ha. Pero, minsan naman, apartment is, inisip din namin if apartment ba muna, ganyan-ganyan. Pero ayoko kasing nag-move out. Parang kasi pag apartment, laging lease is done. Lease, tas move na naman. Parang mahirap. Pero to each your own naman. But yeah, what can you say about that?
Good.
Kwenta.
Okay, ano ba? Like, I think...
Last question ko is, since may bebe na kayo,
Init na kayo.
like, sa coming years, ano yung mga, parang, saan kayo pinakang excited sa coming years na hindi nyo pa na-feel before? Ever since having a baby, ano yung parang nililook forward nyo in the upcoming years?
Sa akin, sa paglaki ni Xavier, nakakausap mo na siya at pagiging kuya niya.
Nagpaparinig!
We got no nuns here.
Non-priest.
How about you, Tej?
I think it's just bringing my interest with Avery, like maybe bringing her outside on some parks, like having those experiences with her growing up, like going to parks, spending some time in the backyard, just making memories. Those are things I'm looking forward to.
Ako, I'm looking forward to excited akong ituro sa kanila lahat. Yun yung, I think, yung pumasak sa isip ko. Gusto kong turuan siya magsayaw, turuan siya ng ganto anak, ganto magluto, ganto kung nagluluto, hindi na magluluto. Pero I mean like, in general, excited akong palakihin sila na, and makita yung result once na tumanda, na parang, oh my God, ito pala yung bunga ng sacrifices ko, ng mga tinuro ko sa kanila. Kaya pala proud na proud yung mga parents natin sa atin. Halimbawa, yung parang, okay, graduate to ng ganyan, picture, ganyan. Na parang, kasi yun yung sacrifice, yun yung naging fruit ng kanilang sacrifices throughout the years na inalagaan tayo. So parang yun yung nafe-feel ko ngayon, na excited ako na gawin din yun kay Xavier sa anak. So, para maging, dumating din yung araw na maging proud ako sa kanya na, ay, ginawa ko yan. Ako may kasalanan yan kung bakit yan naging ganyan. Parang ganun. Dati hindi ko kasi mag-gets kung bakit sobrang proud na proud yung mga parents. Ba't napipicture ng picture? Like, ayoko nga. Pero yung pala, ganun pala yung feeling ng, ng mga mommies and like ng mga tatay. Ikaw?
Ako, parang looking forward lang ako sa niya. Sa personality. Kung paano siya magiging siya. Kumbaga, parang gusto kong makita kung paano siya mag-evolve.
Kung sino talaga si Avery.
Yeah, kung sino si Avery, kung paano siya, gusto kong makita kung paano siya magmahal.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganong bagay. I think more on nilook forward ko is pag-develop niya emotionally. Kung paano siya mag-handle ng emotions niya. Kasi, ako kasi medyo kumbaga learning progress kami. So, looking forward ako kung paano ko siya mag-guide and also paano niya ako matutulungan mag-regulate din ng emotions ko as a mom. Kasi feeling ko mas madaling matutunan yung tinatry kong i-fix nung single pa ako with a help of like a little one. Kasi everything is curiosity. So, parang makakatulong siya sa akin din.
Yeah.
Ayun. Feeling ko yun ang in-look forward ko is like, paano siya magiging as a person of her own. Parang
Ito, wait. Before we go to the end of this podcast, ano yung love and, let's say, hate and love mo na ginagawa ni TJ?
Yan na naman din.
In this,
parenting.
no explanation. Should we do that? No explanation? Or just to make it short lang. Ano yung di naman sa parang hate na talagang, oh my God, nakakainis. Para lang merong silang aware, I guess, tayo sa lahat, na parang, ito pala yung hate niya. Ito pala yung love niya. Parang ganon.
Ako, ang pinakang love kong ginagawa niya is paglilinis ng kitchen.
Kasi number mo yan?
Kasi number ko yun.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind ko yun. Pag nililinis niya yung kitchen, parang sinasabi niya sa akin na eto para hindi clutter ang utak mo pag sa umaga.
Kasi pag madumi talaga, ang gulo ng isip ko Ganun
parang sinasabi niya sa akin na, tapos na yan para makapag-focus ka lang alagaan anak mo. Parang ganun. Yun yung I love that na ginagawa niya. Ang pinaka-hate ko, yung hindi pa ako umaalis, sasabihin niya sa akin, what time you coming home?
I guess it was given kanina.
Yeah, it was given na kanina. Yun ang pinaka-hate ko, like parang what time you coming home? Kasi parang sa akin, di pa nga ako nakakaalis tapos anong oras kagad mo ko pababalikin? Parang ganun. Although, alam ko naman na hindi yun yung intention, pero yun yung sa akin, yun yung pumapasok sa isip ko. Yun lang naman.
Yeah.
Ikaw.
Nicely done. I'm supposed to give a love and hate?
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, friends, go ahead.
Nag-iisip pa yata si TJ. Para may
Sa akin naman, yung love ko is, iniintindi niya ako na parang, katulad niyan, minahayaan niya ako mag-golf. Na parang,
yung free time mo.
Yeah, may free time din ako. Pero, actually, may time na may free time ako, mas pipiliin kong hindi pumunta. Like, mas nire-respect ko na, kahit di ko na kailangan magpaalam, mas pipiliin kong kasama na lang nila ako para...
That's a daddy.
Yeah, like, alam kong ba may kailangan sila sa akin, ganun. Hindi naman siya hate, pero annoying, ganun.
Yeah.
yung mga bagay na yung may ginagawa ka naman, tapos bigla mamaya may sasabihin siya, be, ganito gawin mo. Minsan gaganon siya, tapos na. Like parang, yung, ayoko yung moment na, yung minsan kasi atake sa akin, parang wala akong ginagawa pero may ginagawa ako.
Kasi parang more on, kasi sa sobrang dami kong iniisip, gusto ko kasing inilalabas na lang yung nasa isip ko. Parang kasi puro utos ako sa kanya. Utos, gawin mo to. Kasi mamaya, makalimutan kong sabihin sa kanya. So parang pag ratatatata, ganun yung ganyan, na ano siya, na natataranta kumbaga.
Hindi
Or like,
natataranta.
So like,
Nakaka-annoy yung ganun.
So, like, kay Kuya Franz, parang may ginagawa naman siya, pero dahil sa sobrang daming lumalabas sa bibig mo, parang sa kanya, hindi mo ba nakikita tong ginagawa ko? Parang hindi siya na-appreciate masyado.
Oo, ang
atake mo. Even though hindi yun yung intention mo. Ikaw, parang sa'yo ang intention mo is like, kasi makakalimutan ko. Sa kanya, lumalabas na, hindi mo ba nakikita tong iba kong ginagawa? Parang
True.
hindi ba enough yung mga ginagawa ko? Ganyan.
Ang sa akin naman, ang ayoko lang, hindi rin hate.
Ando ka na agad na wala ka pa sa good one. Wala ka pa sa good
Nasa para may bawi. Akin, inano ko para may bawi. No, ang pet peeve ko, actually, I'll call it pet peeve, hindi hate. I'll call it pet peeve. I think yung pet peeve ko is, yung...
Teka, ko-confirm ko on true.
Pag nagsa-cellphone si Franz harap ni Xavier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yun yung pinaka number one for me, like not being present.
Yeah.
Although hindi ko sinasabing perfect ako na hindi ako nagsa-cellphone sa harap ni Xavier or halimbawa, hindi ko siya pinipay attention. I do it. Like hindi ako perfect. Parang nagsa-cellphone. Pero parang minsan lang gusto ko lang yung nagiging yung nilalaro niya. Yung parang kasi lumalaki na siya, 'di ba?
Yeah.
So parang pag lumalaki kasi yung bata, kailangan yung attention nasa kanya eh. So during this time kasi parang minsan hindi ko naman siya sinasabi on the spot. Pero parang sometimes gusto ko lang guilty.
May
Gusto ko lang balance lang, I guess, siguro. Na parang can we alis muna yung phone and like, laruin siya, na ganyan-ganyan, na halimbawa, iti-TV mo, tapos ikaw magsa-cellphone. Alam mo yun, yung parang may, meron namang balance na, okay, laro mo tayo for like, gantong oras, tapos mamaya, okay, sige, maglaro ka ng mag-isa. Parang, yun yung gusto kong mangyari. Kasi, childhood ng anak mo yun eh. So, parang gusto kong lumaki si Xavier na
Present
connected, present sa daddy niya. Although yung sa akin, medyo bias tayo kasi attached sila sa atin eh.
Yep.
So, hindi mawawala yung comparison na parang, bakit ako, like, nandun yung buong, effort ko sa kanya na okay, I don't want him to feel alone na, okay, laro tayo, ganyan. Oh, you like this, ganyan. Yung parang, understand yung isa't isa. So, parang minsan naiisip ko, anak ko baka mamaya, hindi niya makuhin sa daddy niya, puro sa akin, yung parang ganun. So, yun lang yung parang pet peeve ko kay Friends na parang, pag nakikita ko siya nagsa-cellphone, tapos si Xavier nandun, nakatungangan, ganyan lang. Yun lang. Pero, ayun.
Ako din, kay TJ. I think it's a dad thing.
Yeah.
Kasi si TJ ganun din eh. Minsan sasabihin ko sa kanya, nakatingin sa'yo anak mo. Hoy, wag ka muna mag-cellphone, nakatingin sa'yo anak mo.
And I think it's a mom thing too, kasi parang kami, todo
We're
effort.
hyper-aware kasi kami. Parang hyper-aware kami sa ginagawa ng mga babies.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not on my phone, but you just caught me on my phone when I pick up my phone.
That's true. Tapos may time kasi sa akin naman, kaya more on sure na totoo yung sinabi niya. Dahil...
Sama ng loob.
Hindi. Pero tama rin si TJ. Nagkakataon minsan na pick up mo pa lang, dun siya nakita na nagsa-cellphone ka. Sabi ko, okay. Pero meron kasi tinitingnan sa marketplace eh. Kaya nahuhuli niya ng time na.
Hindi naman. Pero like, sinasabi lang namin kasi para lang aware kayo sa at the back of your mind na pag halimbawa, nagsa-cellphone kayo, isipin nyo naman na pag kami nakatingin, yun yung iniisip namin. Pero
What do you love?
Yun yung hate, yun yung pet peeve. Ang love ko naman sa kanya is yung talagang stepping up talaga. Inaalala niya muna kami bago siya. Oo. Pag, yun nga, sabi nga niya, mag-go out siya to like, do golf and stuff. Siya na yung mismo nagre-refuse at sinasabi niya na lang na, just to tell you na, to let you know, hindi ako pupunta sa golf ngayon kasi mas gusto kong kasama kayo ngayon. Hindi ako yung pumipilit sa kanya. Siya yung, meron na siyang own decision. So, hindi ko siya gina-guide through all that decisions. Hinahayaan ko siya. So, parang, yun lang yung gusto ko sa kanya. At saka yun nga, yung pag naglilinis ng mga bottles, yung parang, nasa isip ko pa lang, naiuutos ko kay Franz, nagawa na niya. Ang sarap sa feeling nun. Yun yung pinakagusto ko.
Ang improvement pala doon, sa totoo lang, fun facts, hindi ako nagugas ng plato.
Ayun, pero naguhugas siya. So, yun, stepping up, I guess. Ayun, yun lang.
Ikaw, babe. Last na.
All right, here we go, guys. Final
Destination.
departure. Final destination. What I love about AJ and the whole motherhood is honestly coming down to just assurance on when I do something. For example, saying thank you, that hey, thanks for putting him to bed or something like that, or thanks for doing this, because it'll just come a long way. You know what? If you keep saying me thank you, I will probably keep doing this more and more. So that's what I love. And it all really comes down to the small things when it comes to having a kid. Like, even when I was working the other day, when she gave me like coffee or something, felt really nice with like a note. So it just makes me feel like a real dad, like I'm providing for the family or something like that. So the small things really come a long way. Things I hate.
Yung mga pet peeve mo lang.
Okay, my pet peeve is just, honestly, just if I'm doing something and she tells me to do something while I'm already busy, that's my biggest pet peeve, because you could probably do it on your own. I know you need the assistance, but it's just the disruption of what I'm currently doing, especially if I'm focused on something, to do something else.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Same.
Shame.
Whether if we're working or not, or in general something else, but she's always like, hey, can you do this?
Paano sa'yo? Paano sabi sa'yo?
Babe, are you busy? Can you do this?
Kaya siguro nabibingiti nga, lagi ko naririnig, be. Lagi may naririnig na parang
Oo nga, ganun ako mang-utos si Be, can you do this? Be, ganun nga ako.
Kaya minsan parang mapapalingon ka, wala naman.
Pero, but, you know what? Gusto ko lang i-share sa podcast. Sabihin din sa podcast na to. We just wanna thank you guys na parang yung biggest step up nyo as our partners talagang nag-help sa motherhood journey namin. Kasi parang kung wala sila, Besh, diba? Parang ang hirap. Imagine na lang kung wala kang partner and you have to go through all that on your own.
You gotta be a dad and a mom.
Oo. So, sobra kaming grateful for you both. And like yung siguro yung mga mother dyan na with their partners, they are grateful din na nandyan sila through the early days and then until now. Kasi grabe talaga yung nagagawa ng support ng partners niyo talaga sa motherhood journey. Kasi,
Ibang impact kapag may katulong ka talaga.
Oo. Pag mga... paano na kaya pag yung nag-iisang mother ka na lang tapos wala kang
ibang...
Ang hirap, hindi ko ma-imagine yung ganong feeling. But yeah. Kaya, thank you.
Yeah, we're very grateful.
To end this podcast, what is your biggest advice with the parents na papunta pa lang sa parenthood or ano yung ma-share nyo sa kanila na?
Ako, ang biggest advice ko siguro is, talagang kumuha ka ng husband na tama.
Actually, yes. Oo.
Pick the right one. Kapag may red flag yung jowa mo right now, and alam mo yun, parang basta pag may red flag, wag mong ipagpilitan kasi yung pipiliin mong magiging asawa mo, yun ang magiging tatay ng anak mo. So, pumili ka ng makikita mo yung, alam mo yun, like parang hindi siya, kasi ikaw pwede, kunyari kapag hindi kami nag-work, pwede kami mag-divorce.
Yeah.
Pero yung anak mo, masastuck siya na yun na yung tatay niya. Gets? So, pumili kayo ng tao na talagang makikita nyo na magto-turn into a father talaga. Yung, not just yung partner mo lang. Unless ayaw nyo ng baby together. Pero, yun ang pinakang biggest advice ko. Kasi having a good man beside me sa motherhood na to really, really helps. Talagang napakalaking tulong na pasenssyadong tao si TJ. Mabait siya. Hindi niya ako, kahit kasi medyo mataray ako. Parang medyo mataray ako. Wala akong pasensya. So, talagang nababalance kami. And that makes a good parent for Avery. Diba? So, ayun ang aking advice.
Sa akin ang advice ko, follow and subscribe. Caffeinated Motherhood.
Click the notification.
Ang aking advice is communication is the key. Kailangan yung pag-usapan lahat ng bagay at huwag kayong mahiya sa partner nyo kung may problema kayo sa isa't isa. Mas magandang ayusin nyo na para kasi hanggang ilibing kayo ayun yung kasama nyo eh. So kailangan nyo talagang as a teamwork, kailangan nyo talagang mag-usap lagi.
Ako naman, yung biggest advice ko is, since agree ako kay AJ yung good partner, communication, I will add, be kind to yourselves. Parang, kasi parenthood can be overwhelming at first. So, bigyan nyo ng grace yung sarili nyo kasi there's gonna be mistakes and all that. And always trust your instincts. Parang, kasi parenthood is like all about learning. Hindi siya perfect at first and kailangan mo yung yung partner nyo, yung communication to make it work. So, other words, teamwork nga pag sa parenthood. And also, like parang never keep score on responsibilities. And also, never stop dating. Kailangan nandun pa din yun.
Intimacy.
Yeah, yung intimacy nandun pa din. And
Don't be anon.
Nako, meron na tonight. And then also ayun, I think yun yung pinaka biggest advice ko sa parenthood.
Ikaw.
Nadagdag mo.
All right. Yeah, everyone said some great things, but I'm just gonna close it off with saying that everything will fall in the right places. It might be struggling now, but later on, it'll all be smiley, especially if you have a newborn where you think it's crying 24/7. Just wait a few more months. You'll melt when you start seeing their smile. It's all worth it towards the end because everything's worth it with kind of the effort that you're putting in now. So you will be able to have some more time for yourself later on. You will be able to maybe have that beer or something, but it'll all be worth it at this certain phase right now.
Sa akin pa pala, sorry. Kung sa tingin niyo pinag-usapan namin na mahirap maging magulang, sure, pero sobrang saya. Hindi mo may explain kung ano yung kasayahan ng maging magulang.
Yeah, and being present and more patience talaga goes a long way. Yun yung pinaka number 1 key sa parenthood. Truly. And
Truly the best.
Yeah, truly the best. And also, hindi laging 50-50 yung relationship yung dalawa.
Yeah.
So, parang, balance lang dapat lagi. Ayun, diba?
Minsan 80 ka, 20 lang si TJ. Minsan 100 si TJ.
Zero
kahit
ka.
zero ka. Alam mo yun, like parang talagang you pick up kung ano yung kayang lang ibigay ng partner mo.
Yeah.
And then the next day, malay mo, sila naman yung magpipick up sa'yo. But,
Sure.
Sa wag mong abuse na kung sobrang bait ng partner mo, wag mong abuse na
Take advantage. I guess, yung ganun.
yeah.
Anyways, I think we made
An hour and a half podcast.
Hindi naman. An hour-ish. But,
That is all for today's podcast. Sana may nakuha kayo kahit konting, learning from, two different perspectives ng, parents.
Parenthood.
Ayun lang, guys.
Caffeinated Fatherhood, signing out.
Anyway,
And then that's it for today's episode. What is our next topic?
Next topic, I want to talk about, did you always want a boy? Did you always want a
okay.
girl? Yung mga ganyan. What type of parenting are you gonna have?
Hindi na
Ganyan.
kayo kasali
Hindi na
dun.
sila kasali doon. If you guys want them back, just let us know sa comment. Pero, parang hindi na.
Parang one-time use lang.
Parang one-time use lang sila. Discarded na sila. But, yeah. Anyways, follow our social media.
And Instagram and YouTube and Spotify. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.